Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing well. I am going to discuss some secrets of Pascal's triangle. If you like my video, please do subscribe my channel. So Pascal's triangle is a number pyramid in which every cell is the sum of two cells directly above. See, suppose we have a number 1 in the first cell or the first row, then the next row also you have to write 1 1. After that you are going to add the numbers in such a way that you have to follow one pattern. Suppose it is 1, every time what you have to do, you have to write on left once and on right also you are going to write once. Middle entry is how you are writing. Suppose this is 1 1, then their sum is 2. In the second row, in the third row it will be 2 here, rest 1 1 will be as it is. Then you are going to add again, you have to move along the arrows and it will be 3. Then 2 plus 1 is also 3. Then next entries, again 1 plus 3 will give you 4, 3 plus 3 is going to give you 6. In this way you are going to continue. This was given by the French mathematician Blaise Pascal. Next, let us try to understand one more secret about this triangle, that in this triangle what we are having counting numbers on the diagonals. As you can see in the animations, these are counting numbers in the diagonals, 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. Next is the horizontal sums. When you are adding the numbers horizontally, they are going to give you the powers of 2. See, 1 will be 2 raised to the power 0 here. Then 1 plus 1 is going to give you 2, that is 2 raised to the power 1. Then 1 plus 2 plus 1, that is 4, that is nothing but 2 raised to the power 2. So horizontal sums from this triangle are going to give you the powers of 2. So it is very easily it is very easy to calculate the powers of 2 from here. Suppose you want to calculate 2 raised to the power 4, it is 16. So it is useful for higher powers basically. Up to 2 raised to the power 4, 5 you can calculate, but for higher powers, if you are having this triangle in front of you, then you can easily search for the value. Next we have exponents of 11. If we see the numbers directly in the rows, then they are representing the exponents of 11. Earlier we were taking sums. Right now we are not taking sums. We are just observing the numbers. It is 1 here. So 11 raised to the power 0 is 1. Next is 11, which is 11 raised to the power 1 only. Then 121. Then it is 11 square. Then 1331. This is 11 cube. Like this, you can have other. Next is the symmetry in this triangle. The numbers on the left hand side are identical image of the numbers on the right hand side. As you can observe that this, if you suppose this as a mirror, then the numbers on the left are the images of the numbers on the right. Next, we can also find out the probability from here. Suppose we have the first row, it is 1 1. The first one was 1 only, we are not observing that. If we have one toss, that means the result, the sample space will be head tail. So Pascal's triangle is also giving you the chances that this head and tails are there. So 1 1 are the number of elements in the sample space. Then for two tosses, if we have two tosses, then the number of possibilities are 1, 2, 1, as we can see from the triangle, as we have head head, tail tail, and head tail, tail head. These are alike. Head head and tail tail, these are same, and the observations are repeated heads and repeated tails. Like that we can go for 3 tosses, 4 tosses, and so on. So from here you get an idea which kind of sample space you are going to get. Next application is in the polynomials. When you are writing the identities x plus 1 whole square, x plus 1 whole cube, x plus 1 whole raised to the power 4, this is going to help you a lot. See, for the first, again you are having this column 1 2 1, so which is written here 1 2 1. That means the coefficients of x plus 1 whole square will be, if you are writing the factors of x in the decreasing orders power, firstly you are writing x square, then x, and then last one will be x raised to the power 0, which is not mentioned here. So the coefficients directly you can write from here. So by this Pascal triangle you can expand your polynomial very easily, and you don't need to remember the identities also. X plus 1 whole cube will become x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Again you have written powers in the decreasing order, x cube, x square, x, and last one it is not mentioned, x raised to the power 0. And coefficients you have to see from here, 1 3 3 1. Just write the powers in the decreasing order and pick up the coefficients from this Pascal's triangle. Next is the case for binomial theorem. Again, a very important application. As I have written this, this is your Pascal's triangle. So it is going to represent the coefficients in the binomial expansion. This is NC0, which is 0 0, which is having the value 1. You can see the values from here. This is 1C0 is also 1. So 1. 1C1 is also 1. Then 2C0 is 1. 2C1 is 2. And 2C2 is 1. From here you can write. Then 3C0, 3C1, 3C2, 3C3. You can see from here, and the values will be 1, 3, 3, 1. So from here you can calculate the coefficients of your binomial expansion also. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching the video.